Good morning. Just waiting to check that I am live. Yep, there we go. So, welcome back to another morning meditation. I'll give it a couple of minutes to see if anyone's going to join me live this morning. What an amazing week it's been here. Hi Bradley, great to see you. Yeah, what an amazing week it's been here. Amazing month actually with the weather. It's interesting, having had a week not doing this, how much the sun has moved. I know I say this regularly, but it's been really fascinating being in the same spot every day at the same time and noticing the difference in where the sun comes up. Hi Kathy. So I've had a week of space. I did no work at all last week, and I didn't let myself slip into the trap of filling my week with other forms of work, things I should do. I actually did the things I wanted to do and I needed to do for myself, which was exactly what I had planned, and it's been incredibly helpful. So the first thing I wanted to say this morning was, if you are in a position to take a break, even if you feel you're not doing very much and you haven't already done so, then do it. Because it's really important to be able to step outside occasionally. Step outside the routine, whatever the routine is that you've built up over the last few weeks. And obviously, here in the UK, things are shifting at the moment. We don't know quite what the next few weeks are going to hold. So it may be a good time to take that breathing space if you haven't already done so. Or maybe you've managed to build it in on a regular basis anyway, in which case I congratulate you. This morning, I've been thinking about choice, and that ties in to the fact that the parameters are shifting at the moment. I talked about choice quite a lot. Choice is a really big thing. What are we choosing? What are you choosing? What am I choosing? And at the end of it, choice always comes down to a choice between love and between fear. I actually have written on the window of my conservatory, I can see it right up in front of me at the moment, I've had written on that window for several years now, actually, at least a couple of years, the words, what am I choosing? And it's quite a good idea, if this phrase resonates with you, to find somewhere, a mirror, somewhere, a window, something that you see regularly, just to write it there. Hi Helen, thank you. Just to write, what am I choosing? And then every time you notice it, it's a reminder to step back and go, where am I coming from? What am I choosing at the moment? And at the moment, there are a lot of choices opening up for us in many ways. We can choose to stand up for what we believe in, or we can choose to stay quiet for fear of offending people. We can choose which guidelines we need to follow for our own physical, mental, emotional health. Whether that's official guidelines, whether that's scientific guidelines, medical guidelines, whether it's the guidelines coming from our own hearts. We all have our own choice about what we follow, what we choose to do. And very specifically with regard to meditation, I wanted to share a comment that I heard from one of my teachers. The weekend, at the beginning of my week off, I had the opportunity to join a satsang, as they call it in yoga, a listening group with one of my teachers. In fact, not a yoga asana teacher, not a teacher of physical yoga, but a teacher of meditation, Alistair Shearer, he's a Sanskrit scholar who translated the version of Patanjali Sutras that I think quoted before. And I had the privilege of learning transcendental meditation from him in India about 18 months ago. It's really important that I make it quite clear that what we do here in these mornings is not TM, not transcendental meditation. I am not trained to teach that, and to be fair, I barely practice it. In fact, I don't practice it properly because the basic tenet is that you meditate twice a day for 20 minutes, and I can assure you that however good my intentions are, that really doesn't happen very often, if at all. But TM is based around using a mantra. But whatever, the mantra is simply something to focus on. So if we're focusing on our breath is what we're focusing on. But what Alistair said, one of the things he said that really resonated with me and reminded me that when I'd heard him say in person before, it was a huge aha moment for me, is that when you're focusing on your mantra, on your breath, and you're sitting silently, there comes a point, always, where you realise you've lost that focus. It's gone. And at that point, you have a choice. And you can choose to carry on with the train of thought that you're on, thinking about what you're going to have for your next meal, trying to work out what that sound is, thinking about what else you're going to do with your day. Or you can choose to come back to your mantra, to come back to your breath, to come back into the moment here now. And it's that action of making the choice that is the training that meditation provides. Because each time you make the choice to leave that distraction and to come back in to the object of focus, you are training the muscle in your mind to make it more of an instinctive thing. So I say over and over again, every teacher of meditation says over and over again, it's not about stopping thoughts, it's about how you respond to the thoughts. And that choice, not to follow the distraction, but to come back in, is what it's all about. So, I was going to say with that in mind, I love the way you see the bird, that was a pigeon flying overhead. I was going to say with that in mind, but actually I'm going to say letting go of that, bring your awareness into your body. Feel yourself connected, whether you're sitting on the floor, on a chair, on a cushion. Feel your feet connecting into the ground. Feel your base resting down. Maybe feeling that sense of connection from the feet to the base of the spine that allows the spine itself to feel a little bit supported. Being aware of the earth beneath, really supporting and holding us, of gravity resting you down into the ground. And of those forces from the earth that counter the gravity and allow us to lift away from the earth, letting the spine raise and lift a little, make space. Maybe letting your shoulders relax, your jaw soften, your tongue release. Let your head simply rest on top of your spine, your hands rest wherever they're comfortable, on your knees, your thighs, in your lap. Let your eyes close gently if you haven't already done so, or simply rest your gaze downwards, softly focused. And start to watch your breath. Noticing how your breath is moving through your body today, now. Each time that you become aware that your your focus has drifted away from the breath, simply notice where it's gone and choose to bring it back to your breath. And maybe as you watch your breath, you become aware of where in your body you're feeling it most present right now. Maybe in your nostrils, your throat, your chest, your rib cage, your belly, or maybe somewhere else entirely. Just notice. And maybe as you notice, it starts to change. And when you notice that your mind has drifted away from the breath, notice what's happening in your body. Perhaps your feet have lost that sense of connection to the ground. Perhaps you've started to slump in the spine. Maybe tension has crept in the jaw, or the tongue, or the lips, or somewhere else. So bring your awareness back to the body, back to that connection to the earth. Allowing the space for the breath to come in, releasing anything that is tightened, and returning to the breath. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you for joining me on replay, if that's what you're doing. I'm going to, one of the things I wanted from my week off was some space to plan, to decide what else I'm going to start doing and how. And I've been having a lot of thoughts about that. So I'll be sharing my future plans with you over the next few days. So keep an eye on my Facebook feed, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care. Have a beautiful day.